Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So today I would like to show you guys a scrapbook process layout. I'm working on a scrapbook for my mom. I'm doing pictures of her grandkids. So this right here is my adorable nephews, and so I wanted to create a scrapbook for her that has a bunch of pictures of them. He's now 5 and he's now 2, and I've never given my mom anything, and I love to scrapbook and she loves the scrapbooks. So I got started working on this background here. What I intend to do is work with this stamp set here from Altenew. It's called To The Moon. It's super cute. It has the moon in layers, and so it just makes it look really nice and really textured, and it just looks so realistic. And then I love the sentiments, and I plan to use this one, I love you to the moon and back. And so I started working on a background, kind of make it look like the night sky. And I try to use these colors because most people use different colors for their night sky backgrounds. So I used the Distress Inks, Dusty Concord, Chip Sapphire, and Broken China. I'm not too happy with how it's looking so far. I keep trying to blend it and blend it. I was trying to do an embossed resist in the background, but that is not working with me either. So I'm going to try stamping. I have these really pretty stamp set from Lawn Fawn, and I apologize if I'm committing some sort of faux pas here and I'm mixing brands and not being a purist here. Don't mean to offend anybody, but this stamp set comes with these really pretty constellations. And so I wanted to put that in the background, and I tried to do embossing resist, but it's not working with me. So I'll have to figure that one out. But I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to stamp it with black ink, and let's see. I'm going to use this VersaFine black ink and see if that works better. I wanted to do white, so let's see how this looks. If I did this in the background, what happens? Okay, that looks nice. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Okay, so I got my chamois here. I'm gonna clean off the stamp and then just keep stamping away here with the different constellations. I probably could have used a white pigmented ink. VersaFine also has that color, but I wasn't planning on using it, so I didn't have that ready, but I think the black works. I wanted to do all the different little stars, but instead what I'll do is I'll do like little dots of stickles at the end. Let's see. Just kind of randomly placing them everywhere. Cleaning it off with my chamois. I love that black color. It's just so bright. It pops out really, really well. I think it's one of my favorite black inks to use. And I really love doing this technique of using things that you would typically use for card making and use that for scrapbooking, because I do both. I do scrapbooking and card making. And so I like being able to mix the techniques and use the different products, so you can get more use out of your items, of course. Okay, there we go. Not sure if it shows on the camera, but you'll see that I tried to use the white powder, like a glittery white powder, and that shows really well, and I was hoping everything would, but for whatever reason it didn't work. So since it's VersaFine ink, I'm going to go ahead and heat set that. Makes it look a little brighter. So I'm not too crazy about how the blending came out, but I figure once I add all the pieces, it'll probably look a little better. So what I'm going to do here is my next piece, I'm going to put the clouds at the bottom. And again, here I go mixing brands. So what I did here is I created this cloudy border, and I used this die set from the Stamps of Life, and I love it because it comes with everything. It comes with the grass, the hills or clouds. Oh, sorry, this is the hills and this is the clouds, and it's all together. And if you go to different brands, they will sell this one separate and this one separate and this one separate. So they're so awesome for putting it all together, and you could be part of their club membership, and you can get the $13.95 or pay the $16.41. So that's what I use to die cut this cloud piece that I have here at the bottom. And I just cut it out of white cardstock, and then I cut these little vellum pieces, and so I just plan to kind of stick them in the background to give it a little bit of dimension. And just a little bit of extra touch there, and so I'll just kind of rearrange them here in such a way so that's what I'm going to do here. So let me go ahead and glue this first. Okay, so now I have I put the vellum cloud pieces in the back. It gives a little bit of dimension, a little bit of texture and fluffiness. So now what I will do next is, let's see, let me kind of place the picture here, make sure. I think I'm going to do it kind of like this, and then I can put my sentiment here, and maybe I'll put the moon here so that it doesn't cover anything else. Let's see, I'm going to put this, I'll put this here for a little bit of a background or some matting. Okay, so now we're going to start on the moon. Altenew usually does, it's really cool when they're more known for flowers, and they always do at least 3 layers. So this one has 3 layers, but I want to do embossing, and so I'm only going to do 2 layers, and I'm going to use these colors. I'm going to use an opaque white and a silver detail. These are from Sparkle and Sprinkle. These are really good quality embossing powders. I love them. So let's go ahead and get started here. we need first to do the resist powder or anti-static powder. Ugh. And let's see. So I'm going to do the just the plain layer first. And I'm hoping this works because I think I need a new pad. So I'm going to get it as wet as possible. Well, looks good. And I'm going to do it on vellum. Kind of curious to see what that's going to look like. Okay. And I'm going to use this coffee filter to catch all the powder and then help me put it back in because I hate wasting. So I'm going to generously apply that there.
Okay.
There's a little bit of white there. I'm hoping that's not going to affect it too much because we're going to put that layer in anyways, the extra layer. So I definitely need a new Versamark ink pad there. It's definitely running out. Okay, now I'm going to put the second layer and I'm going to do that with silver. I think the corners have a little more. And I'm usually really bad at this. But let's see how it goes here. See, I want to try to cover that white, that spot that didn't get. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put the silver layer. Ooh, that powder got everywhere. Okay. Let's heat set that. And there is the moon. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to fussy cut this moon out. Okay, and as usual, this thing absolutely needs glitter. So I'm going to finish it off with the stickles. Okay, so this is the final product here. I'm going to go ahead and do a close-up here so we could get it, so you guys could see all the detail. And then so there's, I did some gold stickles and some black stickles. And then, like I said, I did the constellations in black ink. And then I did blue stickled lining on the clouds, and did the vellum matting for the picture. And then here is the title of the page, I Love You to the Moon and Back. So thank you so much for sticking around and watching this really long video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and feel free to leave comments. Thank you. Bye.